over the years, including when I first started out, the force fetch ear pinch concept has been just one of the most, not only controversial, but problematic topics in the whole retriever training spectrum. So I've developed a way to teach fetch and to avoid the trauma of ear pinch. You know, so many dogs have been ruined or washed out, or so many relationships between the dog and the handler have been crushed by this ear pinch thing. And I don't want to put total cold water on it. Some people have gotten very good at it, being fairly gentle with it, but still, it's unnecessary because the electric collar, as we can use it today, makes it so easy to reinforce the fetch command once it's been taught. So I want to just put the highlights on how that's done. So essentially you're teaching the command fetch. Now just don't get too over anxious, buddy. Sit. With the game, and the game is used to teach fetch. So it's like they, good, hold, sit. And a lot of people get that far teaching fetch from their hand, but when the bumper is on the ground, they fall into big trouble, because then the dog won't pick it up off the ground, then they get mad, and then, you know, things can go bad right there. Fetch, heel, sit, out. But when you're using the electric collar, one of the most important and difficult parts of it is the timing. The timing is crucial, because when you use the electric collar, it is used to reinforce a command they're already doing. So if you say fetch and then nick, and the dog is not actually fetching, you're going to be teaching him not to fetch. And I've run into this a number of times where people say everything was going great, and then when I use the electric collar, they stop fetching. The reason for that is that they are putting the nick too far away, and the dog is not in the actual act of fetching. And so this timing is crucial. So because this is such a enormous problem and issue, especially with people that are trying to train their first or second dog and they don't have a lot of experience, on my library I've put together a special video on the fetch and using the electric collar and making sure the timing is exactly perfect. If you can get that timing down, then the fetch is so easy. Force fetch becomes one of the easiest things, not one of the hardest things in dog training. So you want to get to where you can go like fetch, good, heel, sit, hold, out, fetch, heel, sit, out. So in this video that I've made especially on this topic, go to the library, which is billhillman.net, and look in the fetch category, many categories, but pick the fetch command category, and it's on there, start to finish, the beginning, the middle, the end, and what it's supposed to look like. So as a side note, the thing that makes the whole process easier is to learn the fetch game. Now, I do this with 7-week-old puppies, and they're learning this process right from the first or second day that you lay eyes on this puppy. And it's just getting them excited to grab at something. And once that's in place, and they're going, and you have this cue word, I use day, good. Sit. You can get puppies doing that at very, very young ages. Many times I've had puppies fetching at 12 or 14 weeks old. So this process is very important. That's the part of learning fetch, and then reinforcing fetch with the electric collar. It's really an easy, nice, fun way to teach a very tough subject. I lift up my eyes to the hills. Where does my help come from? My help comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. He will not let your foot slip. He who watches over you will not slumber.